running a business, and especially a car dealership, requires a lot of money per month. So what's it cost me to run Mike's Car Store? In this video, I'm gonna go over everything that it cost me to run this company, from hiring Frank to using the electricity for him,
wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man, wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man,
to the water, to all of the expenses that we have here at the car store. If you want to help out the channel and trigger the algorithm, leave a comment down below. Before we get to the end, what do you think it's going to cost to run this company? And of course, make sure you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. I haven't said this on YouTube yet, but this business is a big game to me, and I want to challenge myself to see what I can do as an individual and see how far and high I can build this up. We all know the best people in this world are the self-made millionaires, the self-made billionaires, and the ones who get in and put their hands into the fire to get everything working and rolling. So that's why I did this, rather than just going out and buying a company on my own that's already established and already going. And we also started this business during these economic crazy times with all sorts of customers who want to buy cars and no cars in inventory, because it allows us to learn when times are tough in order to be awesome when times are great. We also want to start a nonprofit to give away cars to people who are in need. We're glad to report that we have over 50 cars sold in just the 6 months that we've been open for business. So we're almost there, because when we hit 100 cars, we're going to buy a car and give to somebody who is desperately in need to empower them to do better in life. If you saw on Facebook and Instagram, Mrs. Chevy tried to kill Frank. I revived him with CPR. So she's not going to be directly involved with this because she's grounded from being in videos and she has to buy cars for the dealership.
Oh,
so,
you hurt my feelings there.
So let's start out by saying, how much did this building cost us? This building cost us $2,500 per month. So that's just the building itself, no utilities or anything like that. And obviously you saw what this building looked like prior to and what it looks like now. And of course you saw the video on our desk. These two desks here cost us $2,500. You see we have a third desk back here now because we're actively looking to hire a salesperson for the company. So we have a third desk that costs $1,100 just to get to hire a salesperson. So the very first thing that a dealership needs is a website. And if you don't have a website, nobody's gonna know that your cars are out here, because the days of driving by out here and people saying, hey, I'm gonna stop and look at that car, are pretty much dead, even though it does happen at this store, which I'm really shocked at. So mikescarstore.com cost me $400 per month. And I'm not happy with that fee, but that was what I did so I could get up and running right away. And we're actively looking for better solutions for websites. But better solutions for websites probably means more cost. And ultimately what I would like to do is just own my own website domain, me handle it and everything like that, and never have anybody touch it. And that's going to kill cost right there. But then I'm going to have to have some people update it and do blog stuff and whatnot. But right now, our website at mikescarstore.com costs us $400 per month. The next company we use is probably the #1 best advertising source out there for a dealership, and that's Carfax. So Carfax is actually broke up into two parts. We have the ability to pull a Carfax, and that is unlimited Carfaxes that I want to pull. I can pull 1,000 in one day if I want to, and it doesn't cost me any money outside of my monthly fee. And then you have an additional fee with Carfax to post your vehicles on their website. And that's big, big money. But luckily I've negotiated a really good deal that both of those combined is $748. So for $748 per month, I can pull unlimited Carfaxes, and then also all of my inventory goes out to Carfax.com, which has really been a good lead source provider for us here at the car store. This next payment is a huge payment, and it's absolutely 100% worth it for our dealership. And all of the big name dealerships across the country use this software. This software is what's going to make or break a car dealership, in my opinion. The cost is $2,130 per month for us to use this software. So you're looking at over $24,000 per year. And it's a company called 𝘊𝘢, and they do a bunch of different things. But the best way to explain it is this is the easiest way for me and Mr. Chevy Dude to appraise our cars, to know exactly what the market is. So when you see or hear me talking that my pricing is based off of market data, it's because I'm using 𝘊𝘢 to see exactly what's out there. Let's say we have a 2005 Corvette C6. I know exactly what's going on with every Corvette C6 out there, 2005. I can do 100 miles, I can do all the entire country, and I can see exactly what's going on with that. So when someone comes to me and says, hey, you're too high priced, I can tell them they're smoking crack because that's not true, because I'm looking at the live data. And this is a program that I look at daily, multiple times a day, and then once a week I adjust pricing if I need to. And not only down, but also up as well, because we price everything based off of market data. And then also another portion of this program we do allows us to see more cars at more auctions in much quicker time. And we just recently signed up with this part of it, and it costs us $600 per month, which is why we're at $2,130 per month rather than $1,600 per month that we were prior to starting this business. But 𝘊𝘊 is the #1 solution for us to allow us to make sure that we can market our cars correctly, we can appraise our cars correctly to give you all the money in the world that we can possibly for your car, and then also retail out of them based off of our retail strategy. The next expense is really what protects all of us, and that's insurance. So insurance costs us right about $500 per month, and that's just liability insurance, right? So I'm taking a little bit of a risk right now that I do not have full coverage insurance. I only have liability insurance on my property and on my inventory and cars, and that's a huge risk that I have to take, but there's a reason why that is. So about $500 per month is what it costs me to insure everything here, some liability insurance, so that way if somebody wants to come in here and fall and try to sue me, that we're covered, anything like that. So basically on my inventory, if I go out and hit somebody, then I'm covered. If a drunk driver comes by and bashes into 6 of my cars and they take off and we don't know who did it, that's on me. I'm out all that money. It's completely on me 100%. And the reason why that we only have liability insurance is because insurance companies do not want to fully insure us for probably at least 2 years, which is absolutely mind-boggling. I have tried, I have went to all links, I've contacted multiple brokers, contacted multiple people, and it's just absolutely mind-boggling. Like, we want E&O insurance, we want to be fully 100% protected, so that way we know that nothing's gonna happen to our company, to us, and to our hard-earned time that we've put into Mike's Car Store. So right now, insurance is about $500 a month, but that should go up here relatively quickly. We use a company called Dealer Center to go through all of our systems, to do all the deals, do all the paperwork, all that stuff. When you come in and you send a lead to us, it keeps it organized with the CRM, and that's about $550 per month to do all of that stuff, and that collects taxes and does all the payments for contracts and all that stuff. That's where all the paper shoots out of the printer that you have to sign when you buy a car. So that does all of it, and it's not too bad of a price considering there's a lot of places out there that are $1,500, $2,000 per month. I'm not really a fan of this company. It's kind of clunky on some things, but it's inexpensive and allows us to run our business effectively. So I mentioned Carfax earlier, where we list cars. We actually list cars in a few other places. Cars.com, Car Gurus, Auto Trader are just some of the other 3 that we typically use. So Cars.com is $350 per month. Car Gurus is $499 per month, and Auto Trader is only $150 per month. So probably my top 2 companies that I like the best is Carfax and Car Gurus. That's where I'm getting most of my leads from third-party websites of people who don't know me. Auto Trader, I've gotten a couple here and there. It's only $150 a month, so it pays off when I just sell 1 car a month from them. Obviously, I want to sell a whole lot more. And then Cars.com, it's kind of hit or miss. I look at the analytics about once a week on that as well. So you're looking at what, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about $1,000 a month to list our cars on those websites, on top of the $400 or so to Carfax. So you can see how expensive it is just to list our cars out on the internet for people to find. So to power this building, we're looking at about an average of $346 per month. So we had a couple really super high electric bills over the winter, and once we turned on our AC, we actually ran into an issue that our AC was not blowing cold. So we didn't find that out until springtime, and we found that we had some issues with our electrical system, or our HVAC system I should say, and so that may have contributed to some really high electric bills. One was like $499 per month, and then there was a couple like $150 per month. So average, we've been spending $346 per month over the last 6 months. We only have internet here. We don't have any TV or anything else like that. The internet costs us $190 per month, and I've got way more faster internet than I need, but it works really well because we send all these videos like this to my editor, because now we're at work. I have the same internet at home, but because this is business, they charge more for business. At home, it costs me like $150. Here it's $190. So not much difference for 1 gigabit internet service here at the car store. And of course, there's always these little itty bitty miscellaneous fees that we may have here that I can't include in here because they're just so far and few between. Like like one's dealer track. That costs us $99 a month, and that's what we use for our compliance. So when I pull credit on someone, there's a lot of red tape, federal red tape, I should say, that I have to do in order to be able to pull credit reports. So that varies because every credit report costs me money to pull. So if I pull one, it may be like $1.25 or something like that. So that varies, but dealer track costs us $99 per month, plus whatever it costs us to pull our credit reports every single time, and obviously based off volume. That's in a nutshell what it costs to run this company. And my calculations is we're just a little over $9,000 per month to run this company from the bare bones minimum to running it and getting cars in here. So now you guys know a lot of my cars are what's called floor plans. So basically I have a $1,250,000 line of credit that allows me to buy any car from anyone from any place in the country. And so obviously with that line of credit comes fees, comes interest. So unfortunately, these places charge way too many fees, which is why we're trying to get enough liquid capital into this business from the ground up to not incur any type of floor plan fees, because those fees you actually pay for it. It makes us have to charge more for our car or take less profit or whatever the case may be. So if I can charge less for a car to make the same amount of money today, I absolutely will 100%. So I have two companies, one with 750,000 and one with $500,000. And on the one company, interest that I've paid on one of the companies this year is right at $3,245. The fees that I pay with them are right at $1,780. Now I have since negotiated with that company, and my fees are all knocked down, way down. My other floor plan company, we have a total of miscellaneous fees of $414,000 and a total interest of $2,041. Now those do sound like a whole lot of money. That $2,041, that's based off of borrowing $318,000. So that's 40 vehicles. So you can do the math on interest of $2,041 combined to 40 vehicles, what that costs. So it's not a whole lot of money. And the other floor plan company that we have is only got 17 vehicles, and we've been charged $3,245 interest. Again, I've negotiated that down since this, so those fees from here on out are going to be much lower. So have you been listening to all these fees it costs to run this place?
I'm wondering how much it costs to keep me around.
Right? How do you like Frank Jr.?
Annoying?
like, oh, you broke it. You tried to break him too. My goodness gracious. So is there any cost that I haven't talked about in this? Just everyday running cost?
Don't know.
UPS.
Oh, yeah.
Computer monitors that all on a son of a whim. You know, this is a $500 computer monitor that she had to have in order to run her daily basis.
I can't let you have a bigger monitor than me.
I always have it bigger.
That's what he said, right?
So there's always these little itty bitty everyday running fees. So in the past, I've talked about dock fees and how I don't believe that they should be stupid high. And I still agree with that today. We only have a $199.50 dock fee. So we keep it really cheap and really inexpensive for everyone. And that's really what that stuff goes to, is just to cover the UPS fees, the title fees, all of that stuff.
Paying our title clerk.
Paying our title clerk, you know, stuff like that. And speaking of paying for people, you're the cheapest person to keep around here.
Why is that?
Because I don't pay you a penny.
I know.
Zip, zero, nada.
I have been working for you for 7 years, maybe 8 years, and haven't made a dime.
Not one penny. But you get to hang around me all the time, which is huge payment.
No, absolutely not.
So that's one thing that we haven't talked about in this. We have no expenses when it comes to employees. She and I are not taking any money out of this company. We're not spending a penny on ourselves out of this company, and everything is being reinvested back into the company. And we're, again, just like I mentioned earlier, we're trying to get cash flow reserves up. So when someone sells their car to us, they want to buy their car because we buy a lot of cars off the street. That's money coming out of the company, and that we're not putting on floor plans to keep the costs down. In the event that we need to, get some cash flow in the company, we can floor those vehicles, but our goal is to not have to floor those vehicles. So that's what we're trying to do, is get cash flow up, so that way when we do need to buy a car car, we need to pay for transportation on a car, stuff like that, that all is done through the company with no loans or liens or anything like that. So that's a big expense that we don't have in this company, is we're not paying anybody, we're not taking any money out. So you got to take into account that we're almost $10,000 per month of running this company bare bones with nothing out there, with no employees. So once we get an employee, my goal when we hire a salesperson is to make sure we pay that salesperson $100,000 a year. That's my goal. My pay plan that I've worked out so far is $101,000.
My goal is to take some time off.
Yes, correct. I am game on time off because we need it.
Oh, I didn't say you get to take time off. It was me.
So to end out this video, this company basically costs us minimum of $10,000 per month to run, and that takes a lot of cash flow. Again, we're starting this from the ground up. I'm trying to put as minimal money of mine as possible into this company, and any money that I have personally put in, that I've wrote out of my media account company or out of my personal checking account, we are not paying ourselves back. We're keeping this company extremely thin, extremely aggressive, so that way we can build. This is not our forever home. We want to do something bigger, badder, and have a huge building, be able to service people's cars. And of course, there's that nice vacant lot right next door to us that, I don't know, could work out one day. We'll see.